Hey guys, we know how well our initial trade copy account is going. Look at this, 74% up. The drawdown is only 2.5%, which is pretty amazing. And it's had a great equity curve from September 24th all the way up to today. This is J6.5, and today we want to compare the performance of that particular trade copy EA. It's a private EA that we utilize to copy our trade accounts. That's our master account. And we want to compare that to a $7,000 algorithm called EFX Algo. Of course, guys, you know that we have rules when it comes to that. Our rule is no matter what we're doing, what we're trading, there's three things that we have to focus on. Number one is totally mental, and that is lower your expectation. If you're seeing someone saying that they're consistently getting 20 to 30% a month, even 20 to 30% a year, which is doable, but I still take everything that's being sold to me with a grain of salt, right? Test and track everything. If you're not testing it and tracking it through a group like ours, at least do it yourself. But try to put holes or punch holes into everything. And if there's still a hole there that you can't deal with, walk away from it. Third but not least is risk and money management. Risk is, as far as we're concerned, risk is like leverage. How much leverage, how many lots are you trading? Management is how are you allocating and reallocating your funds? Like one of my rules is typically in my regular accounts, if I make 20%, I'm gonna pull it out and put it into something more conservative. But everyone has their own way of doing things. And if your way is working, that's the best way. If not, consider doing something else. So, just to remind you guys, this is not financial advice. This is only some of the research that we have found through different sources. So what are we looking at here, guys? We're going to compare our private EA right here against EFX Algo, I think that is called. So there's going to be some differences here. You already know what our startup cost is. We are a trade copy service. So the bot pretty much is free with our premium membership. Our premium membership is still less than $15 a week, $57 a month. You get to copy this particular bot free. Just choose whatever trade copy or route you want to go. The minimum account to get started with is $200 because that's what our master account starts with is $200, only $200. See, in our mind, the worst case scenario is we lose $200. The broker is Ox Security. The broker is important because not every robot or algorithm acts the same on every broker because there's going to be different spreads, latency, things of that nature. Now, once you go into this, I want you to know, based on our research, based on information that we found, not directly from the company at all. So I just want to make that perfectly clear that the bot is around $10,000 for the bot, $7,000 on something that they call hosting, where I have no idea what that is. $20,000 minimum account, at least suggested account, and their broker is the same broker as ours, and that's how I was introduced to this broker, um, based on their reputation in the marketplace for large accounts. I mean, there are people that put 250, 500, 400,000 into this broker, which is an unregulated broker for people in the United States. So let's take a look at some of the differences. You already know ours. When we look at, come on. Okay, when we look at some of the test accounts that we have running with this robot, come on, guys. Where are you here? Okay, here we go. Good. And these are our accounts, the Opkee Gold, Core Gold account. This is our CoinX account. Come on now. All right, here we go. This is our CoinX account, 65% up. Our LyronX account, 67. Whenever you see plus, like I have a plus right here, core plus sign, that means that we're running and testing it with other algorithms as well at the same time. So on a $100,000 account, we have a couple of other EAs running on that account as well. So the 30% that you see here is not only from the Opkee Core Gold account. And of course, this is our copy account. This is the one, if you decide that you want to copy these accounts, excuse me, this would be the one that you would copy from. This would be the master account. Now, if you've seen our blueprint, you'll know that the first place that we go is we want to know who else is using the bot, the algorithm, and what kind of results they're getting. Now, this is what we came up with on MyFX book for EFX Algo. So we show all of theirs, and it's a little different. Now, we have the largest one, which is the best gain, that is, which is 64%. So we're going to open this up and get into it a little bit. But look at the drawdown on that. That's a 44% drawdown. Now, if you remember, for all of you rookies out there, if you have a 40% drawdown, you put $10,000 in an account, you're going to see it go all the way down to $6,000 before it reverses and makes up recovery. So let's take a look at this account and see what it looks like and see if are they still trading it. It's a real account. That's what I like about it. See, here it is, Ox Securities. And still loading. Oh, that's pretty ugly. So from October of 23, so it shows 64% right here. But right now, if they close it out, it would be a negative 6%. Wow. So this right here this is only on the balance, guys. This is only on the balance because this is the equity curve. This is the equity curve right here. This is the balance curve. So there's a gap between what's closed trades and all these open trades. The equity growth right there is a negative 6.4%. Wow. That's crazy, right? So let's compare this apples to apples. This is a cool thing, guys. When you're doing your research, you can go do a custom analysis of anyone else's. Let's see, anyone else's history, that is. And this was September 24th of 2025, and that's when we started ours. That's the only reason I'm analyzing it. And this gives us closer to an apples to apples. Yep, there you go. So if they would have started this, or if I would have paid $17,000 to get into this, at the same time that I got into the Opkee Algo. Yep. And yeah, man, we would be down 40% right now. And the problem is, if you're paying all that money for that type of performance, that's crazy. One of the other places that we go that, again, the bot was $10,000 according to our research, and I'll show you where we got that from. $7,000 for hosting. I don't know what that means, and a $99 monthly fee. Again, I don't know why. This is one of those things that they call high-ticket salespeople, because if they're charging this much for an algorithm for you to hook up on their platform, the salespeople are getting paid, and they're closing the hell out of people. But the minimum account is $20,000 that they recommend based on, listen to me again, based on their research. And right here, you can see how the real world would treat it with $200. I would hate to be experimental and going on someone's word and throwing $20,000 in an account. That's crazy for me. All right. So let's take a look at some of these trust pilots. That's one of my sources for research. You can't trust everything that Trustpilot does. You have to discern if this is a real customer, or is it just some scam people that are just writing bad reviews to to redirect it to what they're selling. But these sound pretty believable. Okay. And guys, make sure you go to the Skool group and you can click on these links and do some of this research yourself. But this guy right here, and the reason why I think it's real is because EFX Algo did not respond. You'll notice if you go to Trustpilot, you will see that the vendor will respond if they want to dispute that this person is real or not. On this one, they didn't. But here, this is crazy right here. This guy right here, he had a $359,000 account and it hit a low of 211. So he says after closing out, I would have lost. I will have lost. So that means he's getting the hell out. I don't blame him looking at that equity curve, but $100,000 in trading capital, along with paying $10,000 for the bot, another $7,000 for their hosting platform. Now, guys, there's a couple of things that we subscribe to that it's just crazy that they let it go down that much. It's before just cutting their losses and running. And I'll show you that at the end. So if you stay at the end, I'll show you what we're doing and how with trade copy programs, at least the more advanced ones that we use is, man, you can put an equity stop loss in there. There's no way in the hell that my equity stop loss on a $359,000 account, I would probably risk at the most 25% of that. At the most. And I'll show you how to do that. And it automatically just shut it all down for you. So this is unfortunate. And he says that the program sucks. Remember, our first one is lower your expectations, because this is not a scam. No one ever saw the tariff day happening, or Independence Day, whatever we called it, Liberation Day. No one ever saw that. No one saw the war coming with this administration, and things are not programmed to handle those things if they've never came out. Oh, wow, right before I took a break, I just saw what they knew better, because it said, shouldn't it have had a protective stop? Remember, guys, at the end of the day, you are responsible for your funds. So you should have a protective stop. I don't know if the program allowed you to do that or gave you that flexibility or not. But if it doesn't, don't put that much money in there. Balance over 450 at one point, $450,000 with a drawdown that hit 200,000. This is another one. So that's crazy. And one more. Let's see here. What did I want? Oh, this is where I got some of the pricing. I think I may be repeating myself right now. Excuse me. Okay, guys, I was going to share with you how do I protect my accounts like that. So here you go. And there's several programs that'll help you do this. And I actually have a new one. This was a free one from Funded Next when I was trading with those guys. So this is what I have. This was a $500 account. The account equity now is $645. So now I want to protect my initial balance. So I am putting in an equity loss of 145. So if it goes into a loss and it hits 145 in losses, that means that I'll still have my initial $500 balance, because it hadn't gone below 22% yet on this particular account. So therefore, I'm just putting in my protective stop. If it hits 22% drawdown, it's going to take me out of the market. That means something funky happened. And since I'm playing with house money now, with this stop loss, I'm playing with house money, it's just going to set me back to $500, and at least it won't be a loss if it continues going on like this. But you never know, because technology can take you out at any time. All right, guys, that's about it. If you want more details and some free resources, you can always join our free Skool group, Opkee Algo for small accounts. And this is where we put the gurus to the test with real money in real time. And if it starts working out, if we're impressed with it, we will trade copy it. Go out there and make some real money.